The standing 8 count was phased out in the late 80s because the powers that be saw that an unfair advantage was being given to the injured fighters and when given these standing 8 count. And I saw a lot of people talking today about should the standing 8 count be used in today's boxing. And I tell you no. And the reasons why is when you call time, and if you feel like there's only one or two things that's going to happen. Either the fight is either over or we're going to continue. Now, when you call time in the middle to give a standing 8, in the middle of an exchange, where this fighter can possibly put a conclusion to the contest, you're taking away his opportunity to finish the fight. This is professional boxing. I don't want to hear, don't send me comments about, well, in the amateurs, they give a fair evaluation. Suck a dick. Suck a dick. When you call time, you're taking this guy's opportunity. If Richard Steele had called time to give Tommy Hearns a standing 8 count in the middle of the round 1 of Hagler Hearns, he would have been lynched in the middle of Las Vegas. You take away from it. Everyone screams, oh, the referee should be seen. Well, you're involving yourself now in the fight. That's the second thing. You're now involving yourself in the fight where you shouldn't be. Now, if you say we need to evaluate the fighter, if the time to evaluate the fighter is either at the end of the round, during the knockdown, or between rounds. Now, the new standard now on the championship level is when the fighter comes up takes a standing 8 count, after a knockdown, takes an 8 count, mandatory 8 count. Some of us have him moved to one side just to check his gauge. That's your evaluation. That's the time you look at the fighter. But then what happens is you casuals, you know-it-alls, you podcast guys, you sit there and you have these week-long arguments. Oh, they gave Fury a chance. Oh, they gave Wilder a chance. Oh, AJ wasn't given a ring walk. First of all, English fans, this ring walk, stop that. You got to stop that. That is the time you evaluate the fighter. If he goes down, he gets up, step over here, move over here. And you're still going to get complaints. You still have to make sure that you're not taking this guy's opportunity away to finish the fight. Okay? Question was asked to me about injured fighters. Like the situation happened a couple of weeks ago with the fighter that died in Maryland. Someone had just asked me, would the standing 8 count, would it help in the evaluation? The answer is no. Going into a fight, going into a contest, one thing that the general public is never made privy to, no one, including the referees and the commissions and the sanctioning bodies, you have fighters who spar as close as 10 days, 15 days, 20 days before a major fight. We as referees do not know what injuries occur during training, what is sustained, what are carried, what are brought into the fight. Okay? And in the particular case of that particular case, I'm almost guaranteed when the smoke clears, you'll find out that that young man was injured before the fight. And the science and the data has proven when you have these tragedies, it's usually a case of something that's happened prior to the fight. The fight itself it's like the crescendo of all the elements coming together. And then if you notice what happened with this young man, he got out of the ring and then the vomiting started to collapse. He was fading in the ring. So that tells the doctors and the people who know he was injured when he got into the ring. He walked into that ring with some kind of pre-existing injury. And so when I hear people talking about, oh, the referee, and shut the fuck up, please. A lot of you, and I don't care if you get insulted, a lot of you, a lot of people need to shut the fuck up when it comes to knowing what a referee needs to do, what should be done. If you've never applied this, you've never been in the ring, the hell you know. But, as another example, I don't know this for a fact, but the rumor has it that Anthony Joshua was injured before, when he went in the ring with Andy Ruiz, right? 12 days, 15 days before you're sparring and you got knocked out. Now you come in the Madison Square Garden World Championship fight. It's been proven concussions can carry over for months. You know what I mean? So now you have a damaged fighter going into the ring. We as referees, we don't know that. But the one thing I can tell you, we do train. We all get together, the top referees in the world get together at least 3 times a year, 4 times a year, if some of us who can do it. And you attend medical seminars. You attend referee seminars. You never see these guys from the podcast. You never see these guys from all these so-called boxing experts. You never see these people come. They never come and sit and hear what we have to hear. Most of your top referees have taken advanced medical study on brain injuries. Most of us know when we have an injured fighter in front of us during the fight. Now, one of the standards that a lot of us, I've talked to Harvey Dock about this, I've talked to Robert Bird about this, I've talked to Tony Weeks about this. The new standard going into the new millennium, or whatever you want to call it, will be, if a fighter's outclassed, clearly outclassed, the days of allowing a fighter to take a 12-round sustained ass whipping are over. And those you who sit there and talk, well, your first person you want to bring up, well, Mickey Ward, that fight should have been stopped. 90%, almost 100% of the referees who were doing that Gotti Ward fight, we would have stopped that fight. Frank Cappuccino, great referee, he's the only one that could probably pull that off. Most of us would have jacked that up. Because you're really rolling dice with people's lives at that moment. So, like in conclusion here, understand, ladies and gentlemen, we as the referee, you get into the 6th, 7th round, you do not know what pre-existing issues this fighter has. You just don't know. You have to use your better intellect and your knowledge to recognize when the fighters are. And going forward, those of you, because I remember when I stopped David Lemieux against Triple G, there was one individual in particular. You guys go to his channel and you listen to his channel. He actually said, "Oh, let him get fight to let somebody get killed." Actually said that. And now I hear the guy a week ago running his mouth saying, "Oh, the referees, there needs to be some kind of there needs to be." Let's be consistent, people. Okay? And stop trying to be experts when you've never done it and don't know how.